Hi everyone, it's Rob and Dan here at vidIQ. We are essentially recording a down and dirty quick video to address more of the monetization policy that's due soon on the 15th of July. And in particular, a post that has come to our attention that we kind of feel as if we need to address.
I had some friends reach out to me just this morning, and it's like the first thing I saw when I woke up. There was this post on Instagram. They're showing me screenshots from it, and they're kind of freaked out. They're like, "What is YouTube doing with this policy update?" And they are YouTubers themselves. They are gaming channels. They don't always put like their face in their videos, but they talk and they commentate over gameplay. And they're like, "Can I not do that anymore?" And based on the way this post is written, that we'll show you here in a second, I can see why they were really confused.
So this is an example of many posts that we've seen in the last week, but we're drawing your attention to this one because it has 200,000 likes on Instagram. So you can imagine how many people have seen this. And like the headline image here is that YouTube to pay only for real voices and original content starting July the 15th. And it goes on to say, this means that videos relying on AI-generated voices, reused content, or low-effort compilations will no longer be eligible for monetization. Kind of a very blanket statement. And that's got us concerned because in our we work at YouTube opinion, this doesn't seem to align with the update that YouTube has put out so far. And just to give you a brief example of what we think this type of post is saying is we have a video here and this chap
Pas vraiment de faire correspondre le mouvement des
is
lèvres et la
talking in
cadence,
French,
il est au moins clair comme de
but
l'eau de
it's
roche si vous regardez ceci qu'il
auto-dubbed
s'agit d'un
French.
doublage vocal.
So if I click here and go back to the original language,
and it keeps the
this is how he's
expectations kind of
normally
the viewer
sounding.
about the accuracy a bit.
And then I can go to another auto-dubbed version, Italian.
Non sarebbero state se fosse stato, diciamo.
Clearly it's an AI-generated voice, but it's a YouTube tool.
Yeah.
And if YouTube were to release tools that create AI-generated voices to increase the accessibility of a content to more languages, and then demonetize those videos, that would be complete insanity. We know YouTube sometimes makes some curious decisions, but I don't think this is one they're about to make.
No, and the post that we were referencing over on Instagram is one of many. This has been picked up by major media outlets, and they're reporting on this like it's this big new thing. But you and I have been doing this for a long time. We've known about this policy. I've heard you say the words, reused and repetitious in that order so many times throughout
many
the years.
Times for years.
Many times. They're just updating some wording, and even YouTube themselves is like, what is going on? This is not a big deal.
Indeed. We go on to now this short from Rene Ritchie, who is the creator liaison at YouTube. He's in the know. And this is what he said.
Wow, but there has been some confusion around the minor YouTube Partner Program update coming July 15, 2025. I'm Rene Ritchie, a longtime creator now working inside YouTube. Let's answer some of your most frequent questions and clear this all up. So what's changing? Exactly. Mainly, repetitious content is being renamed inauthentic content. This is to clarify that the policy includes content that's mass-produced or repetitive, which is content viewers often consider spam. This content has always been ineligible for monetization, as we've always required content to be original and authentic for YPP. This is just meant to better identify that. Does this relate to reused content? No. There are no changes to YouTube's reused content policies on clips, compilations, reaction content. All of this can continue to be monetized if you've added significant original commentary, modifications, or educational or entertainment value to the original video. What about AI content? YouTube welcomes creators using AI tools to enhance storytelling, and channels that use AI in their content remain eligible for monetization. YouTube provides AI tools to creators, including auto-dubbing, dream screen, and more. All channels do have to follow YouTube's monetization policies, and creators are required to disclose when their realistic content is altered or synthetic. And that's true regardless of how the content is created. Can you give some examples of what is considered mass-produced content? Sure thing. Channels that upload narrated stories with only superficial differences between them. Channels that upload slideshows that all have the same narration. Basically, content that viewers often consider to be spam. That's it.
It's Nice to hear from YouTube. I'll just clarify, because a second ago I said reused and repetitious, and that's confused our audience in the past. Reusing your own content never really counted here. It was always you taking someone else's content and just slapping it on your channel. That's the kind of stuff, like he said, spam. Think spam. And that's never been allowed. And in the age of AI, they've had to update some language, which makes a lot of sense because AI can be very helpful, but it can also generate a lot of spam.
And I think Rene's made it clear there that YouTube is not specifically going after AI content, AI generated voices. What I'm thinking is going to happen on July the 15th is that YouTube will update their policies and communicate that to us, but there won't be a switch that is flicked that all of a sudden tons of channels get demonetized and videos are getting red icons or whatever. And Rene also mentioned some examples like slideshows and narrated stories that all sound the same. We're going to try our best to maybe find some examples that help you understand what may be demonetized or is not eligible for monetization sometime next week.
And a lot of outlets are reporting it as if it's a new change. And that's the most important thing here. It is not. This is not new. It's just slightly reworded. Nothing's going to happen.
The final words to Dan's cat that's just left the building.
Yeah.